Hey guys, what's up? So I just wanted to do a quick video on something. Um, I wish I did it yesterday because I was more vulnerable about it and I was crying and I felt certain emotions that I wish I could have been able to explain and this, that, and the other thing. But something happened and I couldn't. So I want to try to reenact what I would have said, but at the same time, like I'm obviously not going to have it's not going to have the same effect. And I like doing videos like when I get in that state. I like doing videos right then and there because it's just better. It's you get more of the emotion or whatever behind it. So okay. So I wanted to talk about praising men more. Okay. And I don't want to hear, women be all whatever if they hear this and be like, oh, da 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 da. It's it's just a video on whatever. Like there's videos out there that are like, okay, treat women better, do this and that. But like, I mean, they obviously have videos on praising men more. I'm not gonna say they don't, but I want to say why on my behalf. Like, everybody has a reason for why they feel a certain type of way. And you could watch all these, why praise men, da 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 da. But when you have a reason from experience, then I feel like it's different. It's not just, therapists explaining why you should do it or, all that stuff. So this is actually inspired by my son's soccer coach. You know, Dawson wasn't in a couple of games because we had stuff going on and it was hard for him to go to soccer. So like the past 2 weeks, pretty sure it's been 2 weeks, or maybe he was there last week. I don't know, but he's missed a good amount of soccer games, and you know his coach has been his coach for like 10 years. So he's like, you get to know a person after a while, not personally, but you can just feel that vibe, from people, especially if you're an empath and you can feel, you know, auras and all that off of people, in their energetic field and their chakras, whatever. But my point is that he's like a wicked nice guy. Like he's wicked nice. So um over the years, you know, sorry. Okay. So he didn't go to one of the games and I had to say, I'm sorry, da da da. And he didn't answer back. And he normally does. So, you know, out of that, I figured he was upset that, he was missing so many games. And, that's not really good, like, for the team. You're not supposed to really do that because of your team. But, I mean, it's also different when, like, I don't know, it's like you're not really going to be helpful for the team because, you have stuff going on that's just kind of cluttering your mind and you're not really going to be paying attention to the game. Like, whatever the situation is, like, sometimes it's just better for kids not to go because of their emotional state, because they could be unbeneficial. Is that a word? They can, not be as beneficial as they could be at another point. Whatever. So what I'm trying to say is, you know, because he's missed so many, I was telling his coach, I was like, this, that, and the other thing, he's not going to be able to be there. But because I've known him for 10 years and I've been able to do this in the past, I was able to tell him what was really going on behind the scenes that nobody knows about, because at least he knows, he's not just missing it to miss it. He's not just like doing it because he doesn't want to go. Like there's like actual like trauma, kind of trauma behind it, it's not just slacking, and Dawson hasn't been the same with soccer for a couple of years now, but we're gonna fix that. So anyways, so I'm telling him this, that, and the other thing, and he's like, you know what? He's like, that's fine. He's like, don't even worry about it. I hope he gets better. We'll see him, next time. And it was like the semifinals. I mean, they won. They won. But it was like not just the normal game. I remember, oh my God. Never mind. I'm not going to say it. I want to see. I think when I yawn now, it's because I'm saying too much, like stuff that doesn't need to be in the video. That's why I'm actually redoing this. But anyways, so I was telling him, I'm really grateful that over the years, I've been able to be comfortable enough to tell you, certain things, like things that are going on behind the scenes, for example. And whatever. And so, he's like, thank you, blah, blah, blah. And I go, you're a really good man. Now, you can already feel the uncomfortability before you send that. You can already feel it. At least for I can. And a lot of guys are like that. It's not like it's not normal. You know what I mean? If you're not used to being told that you're a good man, then either way, you're still not going to feel good enough to hear it, or you're going to feel uncomfortable hearing it. So, and I think it's different when another woman says it, not when another guy says it. Because, like, your guy friends could be like, you're a good man, you know that, but then, sorry, Dawson just messaged me, and he's, like, right there, so it's, like, it's difficult. Hold on one second. Okay, so anyways, what I'm trying to say is, when your guy friends are like, you're a good man, like, da-da-da, I think it's different when another woman, besides, your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, say it in a different way. Like, again, you could have her friend say it or whatever, but I'm not her friend. I'm not her friend. And I think she does not like, over the years, when she first met me, which I don't understand because I was heavier. I mean, but it doesn't matter, I guess. I think she thought I was like gonna try to do something with Keith or, whatever, a jealousy thing. Even though I would never do that, and I'm not that kind of person, and I would never do that. Whatever. So they don't really like me. I'm the youngest one. I'm like 10 years younger than them, like all the parents. I'm not going to go there because I already did in the other video and I don't feel like I was supposed to. So let's just say that. So, she'll pretend to like me, but I know she doesn't, along with some of the other mothers, and I don't care. Except for his best friend's mom. Like, she's actually not fake. But anyways, so I thought about it one day, and I'm not supposed to say this, but I want to. There was one day when we were at the game, and he got hit in the ball and had that hit with the ball, or something happened, and it wasn't like embarrassing, like whatever. And she goes, that's my husband. Like, not in a bad way. Just like if your kid did something stupid, but it was funny, you'd be like, yep, that's my kid. It was like that, She wasn't saying it in a bad way. And I was near her, and I go, yeah, and you're lucky. Hold on, let me do the voice. And I was like, yeah, you're lucky. And she was just like, kind of like, yeah. And then I was like, he's a good man. And it was like a click, not even like a jealousy thing that I said that. It was like a click in her head, like, he really is a good man. And it's awesome that happened, like, she realized, like, you know what, he really is a fucking good man. You know what I mean? Like, he is. And I don't know if it's because I said it, or it just, when it happened, she didn't really think of it, and then she thought about it. Like, I don't know what it was, but you could just tell there was a click in her head that made her think, you know what, he really is a good man. I really am lucky. Because I didn't say it in a, yeah, he's a good man, though. Like, I said it in, I'm going to cry. Like, you're lucky. Like, you're so lucky. You have no idea how fucking lucky you are to have a good man like that. You know what I mean? And I wasn't doing it or, like, trying to, like, undermine her, is that the word? Or, like, be superior towards her. Like, it wasn't even like that. It was just me saying, like, dude, you got a good man. Like, you're lucky, dude. You know? Nothing bad motives or anything. It was totally good intentions. My point. That made me sad. It made me really sad because when you have a good man like that and you don't see how lucky you are, you've never been in a toxic relationship. Unless, no. I mean, you'll know the difference. Like, if you're like me, you know, and you've been through fucking so much and you've never had a healthy man and never you had a good man, you know, whatever. And I'm not going to sit here and define what a good man is because it's like, you know, I don't need to say it. But, and it's not even like a grandiose, like, narcissist thing. I'm like, yeah, I am a good man. Like, sometimes we just tell you guys that just so, you know, or we do think you're a good man because that's what we know. You know what I mean? Out of toxicity. It's crazy. Especially if, like, that's your parents or your dad or your mom, like, they were praised, you know, because people thought that they were a good man or woman, and so you kind of look at it as, you know, it's crazy. But if you've never been a woman like me that has only known toxicity and then heals and knows the difference between a fucking good man and a toxic man and a fucking abusive man and a loving man, you know the difference. Now, if you're somebody that has had a healthy life, you know, your parents could get divorced or not divorced, that doesn't matter. What? That's funny. Anyways, but if you've never been in a toxic environment or a toxic relationship and really been in it, like really been in it, not like you guys fought all the time and they would abuse like you by calling you name. Like, I'm not taking anything away from anybody, but for that woman, I'm not saying it like that, for her to not realize how good of a man he is made me so sad. Because it's like, you don't, once you have a good, like, because you've had a good relationship or because you've always had a good man in your life or you've never had the kind of toxicity that I have had in my life for men and like this whatever, you don't even know how lucky you are because you've never been with a toxic person. So you have no idea how fucking lucky you actually are because that's all you know. You don't know the difference between what I've gone through and what she has. Keith would never do like that much of what I've been through to anybody, especially, and they're so cute. I want to cry. Like, she doesn't like me. I know that. And it sucks because there's like people that like I don't get along with, but like, you know, like they'll have a cute outfit on and like I want to tell them, but like I can't. And then like you have like her, like they're so cute. She's so and I love this. I want this is what I want for a relationship. She's super short and he's super tall. I love that. Fucking love it. I love it. I just love that. But and they have two boys and the boys look just like each other. Like they're so cute and you can tell like the mix of the both of them. It's just a really cute family. It's just, you know what I mean? And I would, obviously, I would trade lives with her in a second. Not because of Keith, but because the fact that she doesn't even know the difference. You're so fucking lucky. And I don't know if it's because it came from me and she knows, like, I've never had that to really understand, like, you know, no, baby, no. Hold on. Okay. So it's like I want to keep saying it over and over. Like, you don't understand how good of a man you have if you never had a bad one. You have no idea. Like, you don't. You don't. You don't. You don't. You don't. For her to have, like, had that snap. And even if it wasn't because of that reason, if a woman that had a good man had that snap when somebody else said it, either way. Like, you don't have Valentine's Day, you don't have fucking Mother's Day, you don't have their birthday or Christmas, like, to tell them how much you love them, or to tell them how much of a good husband they are, or to tell them, you know, how much they do for the family and how grateful you are for it, or just whatever. It is so easy to make a man happy. So easy. So easy. All you have to do is make him a fucking sandwich. Make him a sandwich. You know, if you're the stay-at-home mom, like, you should be so fucking grateful. I mean, if they treat you like shit, like, I can't say, like, oh, you're lucky just because they provide for you. It's like, no, like, a women need to be, like, emotionally fulfilled, not materialistically filled. So it's like, if they work hard, just rub their feet. Like, during certain times, do certain things that they like. You know, write little notes in their lunch bags. So, like, when they open their lunch up for work, like, and make their lunch, like, have the note there that says, like, I love you, I hope you're having a good day. Or, like, cook a special meal for them. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be just fucking Valentine's Day or Father's Day to be able to praise your man. And it's like, women want the, what did I say earlier? Whatever. They want the emotional fulfillment, but men want respect. And it's like, how are you gonna show them? Never mind. So another thing I wanted to say is, it just came out of my head. What was it, Matt? Oh, yeah. So when it's like, women can be like, oh, you never open up. Oh, you don't tell me your feelings. Oh, this and that and the other. And it's like, dude, maybe they did at one point and you shut them down. And they were being vulnerable with you. And, you know, they were really coming to you with something that was bothering them that you were doing. And it's like, you didn't take that into consideration. You totally dismissed them or made them feel stupid and embarrassed. And it's like, that's why they don't open up to you. It's like, because they probably did. At one point in time, they probably did say something to you. In a marriage, and I think men look at this actually more than women do. In a marriage, and I think this is why they also don't ask for you to marry them. They can either realize that it's not at that point where they know it should be, or whatever. Like, I'm talking about the ones that do it for healthy reasons. But I feel like when a man asks you to get married, it's because it's total commitment. It's total commitment where it's, we're going to stay together forever. We're going to do this. If we do this and we get married, we're putting in the effort. We're going to, like, shit, when shit goes bad, when shit hits the fan, we're going to be there for each other. Even if it's us being mad at each other, we're going to work it out. Put in the work. You know, make it work. Because I love you. And I want to be with you forever. So I want to put in that effort. Okay? That's how I think men look at it. And I think women look at it as, if I'm not happy every day, or if I'm not happy and it's not a happily ever after marriage, I'm leaving. What matters is putting in the effort when you're not happy, in order to be closer, in order to be able to communicate better, in order to trust each other. And I don't condone. I don't think it's okay, but that's why a lot of people cheat. If you're not showing me respect and another woman is, I'm gonna go to her because she makes me feel better. If you're not getting emotionally fulfilled by your man and another man is giving you attention, blah blah blah, it's also an ego boost. Ego boost for both of you, but they're gonna go to whatever fulfills them of their needs. So I think like women just don't understand how loving and open and committed men really are. And it's like they have done everything maybe to show you, but you're too blind because it's not the way you think it should be. So I just feel like good men, should be praised more for the hard work that they do, shown appreciation for what they do, and be told more often that you love them, that just give them praise. Just tell them how good of a man that they are and how lucky you are to have them. It doesn't have to be every fucking day, and it doesn't have to be you the only one fucking making them sandwiches. It is give and take, but sometimes one person needs more praise or whatever than the other one at a certain time and point of their lives. If they're going through something, it's gonna be sometimes 80-20%, but if you got that person, you'll be able to fit their 80 while they're at their 20. Yeah, I like that. You know what I mean? So that's what marriage is. Like, I got you when you can't, because I know you got my back when I can't. It's putting in effort. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say the other thing. So this is half the time than the other one was. And I think I pretty much did everything. The other one was more me, though. Like, I'm kind of like, quiet and not as whatever as I usually am. But yeah, that just made me sad. And I was like, yo, you don't even know how fucking good you have it until you know how bad you have it, how bad it can be. And it's like, I'm not saying that's, whatever. Oh, if men are watching this, I'm going to do a separate video on this. You do not want a toxic woman when you're a good man. Do not settle. They will fucking destroy you because they don't know a good man. They automatically, you'll be out being late for getting home, buying them flowers, and they're automatically fucking a bitch because they think you're out cheating. Because they don't know anything else. They don't know what it's like to be surprised and be okay with you being a little bit late. And they're not going to trust you. Like, if they're not healed, do not settle because they're hot or because of this or that. Like, if you're a good man and you're a good man, that's the difference. You can have a good man that doesn't fucking know it, and you can have a good man that fucking knows it. And you'll know what's healthier for you no matter fucking what the girl or whatever is, whatever the situation is. Little boo thing. Just remember that. Like, a lot of guys are like, oh, why do women go for toxic men? Because they're toxic and they don't feel worthy of a good man. And if they ever are with a good man, they're not going to know what to do with it. They're automatically going to think you're a shitbag. They're automatically going to think that you're fucking cheating, lying. And then it's like, they're going to do the same thing over and over again, the cycle. And it's like, you're going to get caught up and you're not going to be able to get out. Don't do it. Wait for a good woman. Because if you're a good man, you deserve a good woman by your side. I'm just saying. All right. Love you guys. Bye.